Good evening. It's 6:30 p.m. and I'm going to call to order the swearing-in ceremony and inaugural meeting of the 35th Council for the Town of St. Andrews. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chris or Mac McKinnon. I'm the clerk here at the town. I am proud to welcome the Honorable John Williamson, Member of Parliament for New Brunswick Southwest. Kathy Baucus, Member of the Legislative Assembly for St. Croix. Town Chief Administrative Officer, Chris Spear. I already told you who I am. And we also even have our town treasurer here, Neva Palmer. I would also like to welcome the elected members of this new council, the families of everyone that I have mentioned who are here, and the residents and visitors of the town of St. Andrews in attendance with us tonight. And with a special, I should also mention our outgoing members of council, now former Councilor Mark Bennett and former Councilor Mark Blanchard. And we have a special thank you as well to the members of CHCO TV and the Courier who are here tonight helping us out with video and photos. And we are glad everyone is here. So start off again by saying that we recognize we're on the unceded traditional territory of the Beskotomogati people. And I'm going to ask you to please rise as we have the national anthem, O Canada. Thank you all. You may be seated. At this time, I invite to the podium Chris Spear, our Chief Administrative Officer for the Town of St. Andrews.
I'd also like to thank James Whitehead, who joined us as we moved this over to the theater at the last minute to make sure the audio went off without a hitch. Good evening, Member of Parliament John Williamson, Member of the Legislative Assembly Kathy Baucus, Mayor-elect Neal, and Councillors-elect Bartlett, Gumashal, Harland, Heenan, Masson, and Weir, as well as all assembled guests. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the swearing-in ceremony of the elected officials of the Town of St. Andrews. First, let me offer you my sincere congratulations to each member of the newly elected council. The citizens of Bayside, Shamcook, and St. Andrews have placed their confidence in you, and with that confidence comes both an honor and a responsibility. Public service at the local level is unique because the decisions made around this table are felt directly by neighbors, businesses, families, visitors, and future generations. Former Mayor Naheed Nenshi once reminded us that the systems that directly affect people every day, roads, recreation, emergency services, and water, are led by local governments. That is why municipal service matters so deeply. It is government closest to home. What you will find is the responsibility can be a joy and a burden. Some decisions will be made easily, while others will take tremendous consultation and thought. In some instances, the citizenry will be divided, and you will need to determine what is overall best for the community, and not just immediate circle of friends and acquaintances or the loudest voice. Your position should be accepted with integrity and humbleness. You need the ability to listen to concerns, plus the willingness to elaborate your position while supporting the decisions of council. You must be approachable by the public, listen carefully to their concerns while being empathetic to their position, but be willing to explain council's thought processes as well. All that said, there is no greater satisfaction than seeing the completion of an initiative that has a positive impact on the community for many decades to come. As the head of staff, I look forward to working with and for you over the next 4 years. My purpose is to corporately carry out your instructions and resolutions, advise you on the potential impact of decisions before you, and report on the outcomes while ensuring this established service are carried out professionally and within budget. Once again, thank you for your commitment to the town. In closing, I would like to quote American anthropologist Margaret Mead, who said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, is the only thing that ever has." In a town like ours, that idea feels especially true. Change does not always begin with grand gestures. Often it begins with a small group of people willing to show up, do the work, listen to each other, and make steady progress. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Spear. It's now my pleasure to invite the Honorable John Williamson up to us to share a word with council.
Well, thank you. Councillors that have been elected, congratulations. Councillors-elect, my congratulations on either your re-election or your new election. MLA Baucus, nice to see you as well. And former councillors as well, welcome. I suppose I'll echo some of the remarks that were just made. I think for many of you, whether you're elected for the first time or re-elected, today is an exciting day. And in many senses, it will be one of the more exciting days. Except, of course, for one example that can be repeat itself over and over again. That's when you get things done on behalf of your community. Those are really the best days in public office, I think, because those days usually follow a lot of debates, outreach, and tough decisions, as you were talking about. And of course, here in town, I'm particularly pleased to be here today because not only is Parliament not sitting, this has been the only swearing-in that I've been able to attend this year, but it also happens to be my hometown as well in St. Andrews, and I know how the Market Wharf has gripped this community over the last couple of years. And so councillors and mayor, you're now approaching this duty just as all the voters are interested, but of course now you have all the summer residents as well, so your phone will be ringing twice as much, and many of those calls, of course, will have an interest in the town and the decisions that you all make. Let me kind of leave you some advice from the federal government that I picked up just watching the news and making some comments. I know Minister Wayne Long is there to help in terms of this great project and next steps. I urge you to first spend the money you have already in front of you. In my experience with the federal government, if a project runs over, if you have to go back for additional funds, that can happen in a following phase. But in terms of money on the table, please take full advantage of that. I know I'll be there to help with the next phase if that's required. And that's been my experience in projects Blacks Harbor was a great example, projects on the islands. And of course, phases also shows the federal government and other funding partners like the province that one good job means another good job is likely going to follow. It's a reassurance for federal bureaucrats and I'm sure provincial bureaucrats that have to weigh tax dollars and other competing interests as well. So I do wish you all good luck in your many deliberations. While I sit in the opposition bench, I do work across the aisle with my Liberal counterparts because all of us in New Brunswick, there's 10 of us, members of Parliament, recognize that if we don't work together to get things done for New Brunswick, Upper Canada will happily spend the money for us. So we do actually collaborate across party lines to get things done for our great province, and that happens whether I'm in government or in opposition. My rule has long been, after the election, we put away the colors, we work hard on behalf of New Brunswick and our municipalities to get things done for communities, and I know you'll take the same approach. Thanks for having me here tonight, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Williamson. And now I'd like to introduce Kathy Baucus, our member of Legislative Assembly.
Thank you. Got to get these on so I can see. And don't worry, it looks like a lot of pages, but it's printed big so I can see it. Anyway, good evening, everyone. I'm very pleased to have been invited to make a few remarks during this memorable ceremony tonight. Tonight marks the official beginning of your journey as municipal leaders for the next 4 years. I know you haven't taken on this task lightly, whether you're repeating it or just brand new. This is the first time in these seats for some of you, and for others you know the ropes and have been here before. You've offered to use your time and skills, your knowledge and your experience to help continue build toward the future of this amazing town. This is an important official ceremony during which you will be sworn in and take an oath of office. It's also the beginning of your journey, interacting on a different level with your fellow citizens and neighbors from surrounding communities. Being elected official is not a 9-to-5 job, trust me. You're always on call, always on duty, always on the lookout for ways to make things better, how to solve a problem you've just learned about, how to strengthen the structures and relationships already existing. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention those who have served before, who are no longer with us around this council table, particularly the late Kate Ackergy, who did her utmost to serve her community in so many different ways. We should all be like her. If I could give you one important piece of advice, it would be this: listen. Listen to the people. The people you represent want to be heard. They want you to hear their concerns, their issues, their ideas for solutions. And sometimes they might just want to talk to somebody who might be able to make a difference. That's your job, to listen, to react however you can to make things happen, to help. Sometimes there's nothing you can do, no solution, but the important thing is that you've cared enough to listen. As much as I wish we did, elected officials don't have a magic wand to wave and right all the wrongs or make things appear like lots of government funding for projects or disappear like homelessness. What you do have are connections. Use them wisely. Municipalities and provincial and federal governments must all work together to accomplish the things our citizens want and need. Reach out to me anytime, please. Working together, we can achieve wonderful things. Thank you.
Thank you again to both of you for being with us tonight and for having some thoughtful words to share with our council and our residents this evening. I knew that I was going to be last. I actually wrote 2 different things for myself, depending on what other folks said. So that's what we call being prepared. But I'm going to go with a little bit longer one. It's only a couple lines longer. I know. Oh, Lee, you're so great. To live in a democracy is a special blessing. We get to live in a place where individuals, young, old, poor, middle class, or wealthy, well-known or unknown, have a say in choosing a group of people into whose hands we place our well-being. And as you prepare to make a lot of decisions, I encourage you to keep the following 3 factors in mind. Also, I'm going to be the one who writes all the notes about your decisions, makes them official, and in case you're wondering what I'm doing as the clerk sitting at the table near you. But keep these 3 things in mind. The first one is the whole versus the part. The majority of your decisions will have an impact beyond one neighborhood, one people group, or a geographical area. You sit at the table now where decisions are made for the town of St. Andrews. Even when you face an item that seems very specific in scope, it sets a precedent for all the areas. Think secondly about the future versus the now. You are the second iteration of a post-local governance reform council. It is up to you, starting today, to set or continue to set a foundation for the continued growth, blossoming, and sustainability of St. Andrews. To go beyond what has worked or is currently doing well, to ensure that the town will be successful in the future. And the third thing is to remember your conscience, sometimes versus the will of the many. To be chosen by the people means you have become their point person at the table. And let me tell you, if you don't know already, they will find you. Remember that you were elected to be you. You were elected to be you. You were elected to bring your opinions, your thought processes, the way that you make decisions, your opinions, your points of view. You were elected to be you. Listen, yes. Everything that Kathy said earlier, definitely. Consult, listen. Ponder what is brought to you. And in the end, follow your heart and follow your mind, what you have concluded. That's what you're there to do. It's not very long. Congratulations once more to you all. And one of the reasons my words are a little bit short is because you're going to hear me speak a lot over the next few minutes. We're going to move on to the oath or affirmation. And the way we're going to do this, elected members of council, we're going to make you official. I'm going to call you up by name, or call you by name. I'm going to ask you to come up on this side for the stairs. We'll have you come here where you will repeat after me the oath or the affirmation for your office. I will get you to sign this paper before you walk away, in case I can't get you later, to make you 100% official with my signature as well. And then, well, we're going to start with the mayor, and the mayor is going to stick around perhaps to congratulate you on your way by, along with our other officials that are here with us this evening. So those are your directions. Nothing too complicated. I don't need to pass a resolution or an act of the province or anything to do that. So I'm going to start with Mayor-elect Steve Neal. If you would join me here at the podium. And for those of you who are swearing, we have a Bible, and I have pens that work. I already tested them, because that is helpful. I will put one out at a time. So, let's do this. I will step to this side, and you can be there. And please, sir, if you would place your hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I, Steve Neal,
I, Stephen Neal,
of the town of St.
of
Andrews,
the town of St. Andrews,
swear that
swear that
I am, to the best of my knowledge and belief,
I am, to the best of my knowledge and belief,
qualified for the office of mayor
qualified for the office of mayor
for the local government of the town of St. Andrews,
for the local government of the town of St. Andrews,
to which office I have been elected.
to which office I have been elected.
I accept the office of mayor to which I have been elected.
I accept the office of mayor to which I've been elected.
I will diligently, faithfully, and impartially discharge,
I will diligently, faithfully, and impartially discharge,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
as may be imposed on me by law.
as may be imposed on me by law.
And I will follow the code of conduct
And I will follow the code of conduct
established by a bylaw of the local government.
established by a bylaw of the local government,
So help me God.
so help me God.
And your signature here, please. But wait, there's more. Not just because you're first, though this is why you're first. We also have the chain of office, which I will ask you to just bow a little, and you can feel free to adjust as you need to. Congratulations. You look good. Thank you. See, that was pretty painless, wasn't it? All right. For Ward 1, Councillor-elect Daryl Weir, would you please join me on stage? And sir, I'm going to ask you to place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. And repeat after me. I, Daryl Weir of the town of St. Andrews,
I, Darrell Weir of the town of St. Andrews,
swear that I am,
swear that I am,
to the best of my knowledge and belief,
to the best of my knowledge and belief,
qualified for the office of councillor
qualified for the office of counselor
for the local government of the town of St. Andrews,
for the local government of the town town of St. Andrews,
to which office I have been elected.
to which office I have been elected.
I accept the office of counselor to which I have been elected.
I accept the office of counselor to which I have been elected.
I will diligently, faithfully, and impartially discharge,
Diligently,
faithfully,
faithfully,
And
and impartially
discharge to the best of my ability
discharge to the best of my ability
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
as may be imposed on me by law.
as may be imposed on me by law.
I will follow the code of conduct
I will follow the code of conduct
established by a bylaw
established by a bylaw
of the local government,
of the local government,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Thank you, sir. You can use your pen or mine. The second line. Very good. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
And then
Want us to stay up here?
do you want to stay up here or do you want to go back down? You get to decide. You can go on either side. All right. You get to set the precedent. Now I will ask for Ward 2, Councilor-elect Annette Harlan to join me on stage. And I'm asking you to put your left hand on the Bible, that's right, and you raise your right hand, please, and repeat after me. Hopefully by the time I've done 7 of these, they're all really good. I, Annette Harland of the town of St. Andrews,
I, Annette Harland of the town of St. Andrews,
swear that
swear that
I am, to the best of my knowledge and belief,
I am, to the best of my knowledge and belief,
qualified for the office of counselor
qualified for the office of counselor
for the local government of the town of St. Andrews,
for the local government of the town of St. Andrews,
to which office I have been elected,
to which office I have been elected,
to accept the office of counselor
to accept the office of counselor
to which I have been elected.
to which I have been elected.
I will diligently, faithfully, and impartially discharge,
I will diligently, faithfully, and impartially discharge,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
as may be imposed on me by law,
as may be imposed on me by law.
and I will follow the code of conduct
And I will follow the code of conduct
established by a bylaw
established by a bylaw
of the local government.
of the local government.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Here, I need you to sign right there. Thank you. Welcome back. And now for Ward 3. I've got too many microphones. I'm going to invite Charlotte Bartlett up to join me at the table. So repeat after me, Charlotte. I, Charlotte Bartlett of the town of St. Andrews,
I, Charlotte Bartlett of the town of St. Andrews,
solemnly affirm that
solemnly affirm that
I am, to the best of my knowledge and belief,
I am, to the best of my knowledge and belief,
qualified for the office of counselor
qualified for the office of counselor
for the local government of the town of St.
for
Andrews,
the local government of the town of St. Andrews,
to which office I have been elected.
to which office I have been elected.
I accept the office of counselor
I accept the office of counselor
to which I have been elected.
to which I have been elected.
I will diligently, faithfully, and impartially discharge,
I will diligently, faithfully, and impartially discharge,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
as may be imposed on me by law.
as may be imposed on me by law.
And I will follow the code of conduct
And I will follow the code of conduct
established by a bylaw
established by a bylaw
of the local government.
of the local government.
Thank you. And we'll get you to sign right here. Also for Ward 3, I'm going to invite Kurt Gumishel, Councillor-elect, to join me at the podium. That's the best smile I got so far, I think. Please repeat after me. I, Kurt Gumishel of the
I,
town
Kurt-
of St. Andrews,
I, Kurt Gumishel of the town of St. Andrews.
solemnly, I got it right the
affirm
first time. All right, that I am,
That I am,
to the best of my knowledge and belief,
to the best of my knowledge and belief,
qualified for the office of councillor
qualified for the office of councillor
for the local government of St. Andrews,
for the local government of St. Andrews,
to which office I have been elected.
to which office I have been elected.
I accept the office of councillor
I accept the office of councillor
to which I have been elected.
to which I have been elected.
I will diligently, faithfully, and impartially discharge.
I will faithfully, diligently, and impartially discharge,
You got all three, that's good. To the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
as may be imposed on me by law.
as may be imposed on me by law.
And I will follow the code of conduct
And I will follow the code of conduct
established by a bylaw of the local government.
established by a bylaw of the local government.
Thank you, sir. If you would please sign here.
I brought my own pen.
Here? No, this one.
Thank you very much.
From Ward 3, St. Andrews, I'm inviting Councillor-elect Lee Heenan to the stage, please. He's got it all figured out. Do you know the rest?
No.
Okay. Please repeat after me. I, Lee Heenan of the town of St. Andrews,
I, Lee Heenan of the town of St. Andrews,
swear that
swear that
I am, to the best of my knowledge and belief,
I am, to the best of my knowledge and belief,
qualified for the office of councillor
qualified for the office of councillor
for the local government of the town of St. Andrews,
for the local government for the town of St. Andrews,
to which office I have been elected.
to which office I have been elected.
I accept the office of councillor
I accept the office of councillor
to which I have been elected.
to which I have been elected.
I will diligently,
I will diligently,
I'm going to do this better for you folks, faithfully and impartially
faithfully, and impartially
discharge to the best of my ability
discharge to the best of my ability
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
as may be imposed on me by law.
as be imposed on me by law.
And I will follow the code of conduct
And I will follow the code of conduct
established by a bylaw
established by a bylaw
of the local government.
of the local government.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I'll get you to sign there, please. The little one. The little one. There you are, sir. You're welcome. And for Ward 3, St. Andrews, I'm going to invite Councillor-elect Scott Masson up to the podium, please. It's all right. We're glad you could walk and stand. That is good. Perfect, thank you. Please repeat after me. I am Scott Masson
I am Scott Masson,
of the town of St.
of
Andrews.
the town of St. Andrews.
Swear that I am,
Swear that I am,
to the best of my knowledge and belief,
to the best of my knowledge and belief,
qualified for the office of councillor
qualified for the office of councillor
for the local government of the town of St. Andrews,
for the local government of the town of St. Andrews,
to which office I have been elected.
to which office I have been elected.
I accept the office of councillor
I accept the office of councillor,
to which I have been elected.
to which I have been elected.
I will diligently,
I will diligently,
faithfully, and impartially
faithfully, and impartially
discharge to the best of my ability
discharge to the best of my ability
the duties of the
the
office
duties of the office
as may be imposed on me by law.
as may be imposed on me by law.
And I will follow the code of conduct
And I will follow the code of conduct
established by a bylaw
established by a bylaw
of the local government.
of the local government.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And your signature there, please. Thank you. Welcome. Why don't we have one more round of applause for our new mayor and council? And I have one more page here somewhere. So before I turn over to the mayor, allow me to remind you that there is a business portion of this meeting that will occur after a recess that will be called by Mayor Neal. That business portion will take place at the council chambers at the other end of the building. We do ask that you please walk around the outside, enjoy the sunshine on your way around the building if you're going to come back over. And now I invite Mayor Steve Neal to address council and those in attendance this evening.
MP Williamson, MLA Bacchus, council members, friends, family, thank you all for attending this evening. I'm honored and humbled to have been elected the 38th mayor of the town of St. Andrews. Running for mayor was not a decision that I took lightly, but with the love and support of my family and the strength and integrity given to me by my parents, I promise to give the position the respect and dedication that it deserves. This was a historic election, as it represented the first time that our newly amalgamated communities of Bayside and Shamcook were able to vote in the mayoral election. However, it does feel like this election, this ceremony, has been a long time coming, as we dealt with the devastating and unexpected passing of our acting mayor, our colleague, and our friend Kate Akaji. Kate was such a huge part of our community. She was involved in everything, and her passing has left us with a hole that may never be filled again. So we found ourselves in unfamiliar territory. A 6-week delay for the Ward 3 by-election, and an outgoing council that was asked to stay on an extra month and a half beyond their already extended mandate. And for that, I wanted to express a special thank you to that outgoing council for agreeing to stay on, and especially Councillor Mark Blanchard and Councillor Mark Bennett, who were not reoffering, but again showed their dedication and professionalism. As difficult as the last couple months have been, one thing has remained constant, and that is the amazing staff that we have here in the town of St. Andrews. They continue to be invaluable and have provided great support and guidance for me, and for that I want to thank them. What they do on a daily basis often goes unseen, but they are all amazing and dedicated to what they do for this community, and for that we are lucky to have them all, from the town hall staff to public works and everyone in between. I also want to commend the residents of our community, who once again came out to vote and showed just how invested and engaged they are in municipal government and the community as a whole. We once again had one, if not the highest, voter turnout in the province of New Brunswick, with 62% for the mayoral election, and again with 43% for the Ward 3 election here in St. Andrews, which again is almost unheard of for a by-election. So to the residents of Bayside, Shamcook, and St. Andrews, I want to express my gratitude and thank you for entrusting us to represent you and help guide you through the next 4 years. If there was one thing that I stressed continually through my campaign, and heard from all 6 councillors as well, it was our commitment to listening and addressing the needs of the entire community through meaningful public engagement. This is something that I hope will be a theme for this council moving forward, and will result in the high level of transparency and accountability that the residents expect from us. After all the election delays, I am really looking forward to hitting the ground running. Issues such as the wharf, the municipal plan, the zoning bylaw, and of course our ongoing housing issues are all topics that I've heard all councillors speak about during their campaigns. And we will be working hard to start addressing these issues right away. We will also undergo a series of priority setting meetings in September, where we will all be able to bring forward issues and ideas that and set our goals as a council together for the next 4 years. So to my 6 new teammates, Councillor Bartlett, Councillor Gumichel, Councillor Harland, Councillor Heenan, Councillor Masson, and Councillor Weir, I want to congratulate you all on being elected. Serving on council is a huge time commitment, and I thank you all for stepping up and putting your names forward. But as we know, the time commitment doesn't just impact us, but also those around us. So to the family members, the friends, and the partners, I want to thank you for your ongoing support. We could not do this without you. Finally, I am so thrilled and excited to be part of such a strong, diverse, and dedicated team to work alongside, to represent the best residents, and to represent the best community in all of Canada. Thank you very much. So at this time, I'm going to call a recess, and we will take a little break and move over to the other side. Thank you again for coming. All right. We will call a return to order for the Town of St. Andrews regular council meeting for Monday, July 6th. I'd like to welcome everybody to our first official meeting. At this point, I will just ask for a disclosure of any conflict of interest. Seeing none. And I will ask for an approval of the minutes from the previous meeting.
Actually, according to the procedural bylaw, I will be the only one signing
You
those.
will be approving them, that's what I thought. Thank you, Mr. McKinnon. Are there any communications for this evening? None. So we'll move on to staff reports, and I'll pass it over to CAO Spear.
Thank you, Mayor Neal. So on page 5, council, for the new councils, I normally read this to the community. Welcome to the 35th Council for the Town of St. Andrews, represented by the 38th Mayor. We had the swearing in at the start of the evening, and I would like to express my thanks for those that have committed the next 4 years for your community. You have a few challenges to address, including the Wharf and Market Square upgrades, the municipal plan and zoning bylaws, ongoing housing needs, and development within the community. On behalf of staff, we look forward to receiving council's direction for the municipality and to executing your initiatives on behalf of the citizenry. The agenda is a little light tonight as we conduct the opening business of a new council to give everyone a chance to catch up on current business and to review needed policies and bylaws. However, we will meet over the next 2 Mondays, as well as fit in time for orientation. One of the first orders of business tonight is the election of the deputy mayor. This is more than just being there just in case. The mayor and staff work closely with this individual routinely to make sure they're up to date on municipal activities so that in the event the Mayor Neal is unavailable, they're able to step in and ensure continuity. Another important piece of business is the assignment of signing officers for our partners at Scotiabank, as well as for all other legal documentation. Under the Locals Governance Act, either the mayor or deputy mayor and their clerk or deputy clerk are required to sign all agreements in combination. In a few months, council will bring in a facilitator to help set its strategic plan for the term. Reviewed annually, the plan will provide needed focus to staff can follow council's priorities. Over the spring, the province of New Brunswick released an update on property tax reform. Unfortunately, it fell short of many expectations as it will provide minimal relief to any individual property owner. It is best summarized by Mayor Brittany Merrifield, President of the Union of Municipalities of New Brunswick. While we support the aim of creating a clear separation between property and assessment and property tax, the reforms do not address the key priorities of addressing exemptions, decoupling the rates to allow local solutions to local challenges, or fixing the growing inequities created by spike protection. I bring this up as we, a local government, face many inquiries related to individual property tax bills. Unfortunately, council truly has limited powers to address this, as the only option is to lower the mill rate, which would require the reduction of services. Another Canada Day has just passed, and despite the threat of showers and thunderstorms, all the events went forward as planned. As I was driving down Queen Street, wondering if anyone would use or find the new parking lot, as I pulled up mid-morning to find it full. Although it would have relieved some of the pressure on the streets, there were still cars throughout St. Andrews. We will monitor usage over the summer and ensure signage is adequate for tourists to find it. May and June have been busy for capital projects. An asphalt sidewalk on Water Street from Princess Royal to Augustus was replaced with a concrete one. We acquired a new sidewalk machine, which is currently being used to sweep sidewalks and streets, and it has included multiple attachments. We are near completion of the parking lot on the corner of Queen and Princess Royal. However, there is still landscaping, including the installation of a wooden fence to be completed that may shut it down periodically for a few days in the summer. We completed the final phase of the door and window replacement at Bayside Hall, and work continues on the Champlain Avenue water main, which should be completed in July. The 48th annual Father's Day Road Race took place on, June 21st. It was extra challenging this year as part of the race was through the construction zone on Champlain. I wish to thank the contractor for opening the road for the event could continue as planned. On June 13th, Kingsbury Gardens staged a premiere by the Sea Beer Festival. By all accounts, it was a success as tickets ran out for the event. We appreciate initiatives like these in the shoulder season to bring more people to town. The summer months are very busy, and the tourism infrastructure is at its limits most days. In order to support this sector, it is vital to bring people in the spring and fall, much like Paddlefest, Oktoberfest, Indulge, and Christmas by the Sea do. The second annual Pirate Fest is upon us and has grown to 7 days. July 13th to 19th, so next week, partnered with the Huntsman Fundy Discovery Aquarium. The event includes a costume contest, tours of the aquarium, an outdoor movie, and the infamous cardboard boat race and Pirates Market. You really got to take into that boat race at Katie's Cove. It looks like to be another busy summer with visitors. The new parking lot will ease congestion, but if you require the amenities along Water Street, I suggest getting here before 11 a.m. There is a planned upgrade to Route 127 from the Clark Road in, that should be on the Bayside portion, but the town is tendering that out on behalf of the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure and planning on delaying it until September. A reminder, there are a lot of youth activities to pass the summer away, including programs at the library, youth center, arena day camps, and the aquarium, among others. In services, it was reported in the media that New Brunswick is drought-free or near drought-free, which is good news as some of those wells within the municipality have had to drill new ones since mid-2025. The lake level is about the same as this time last year, so we consider those levels good. We are measuring them on a weekly basis, and I will update council if we see a concerning trend. June was extremely busy for Public Works as they took on the construction projects, include rebuilding the arena washroom, landscaping the fenced-in area by the youth center to include more friendly spaces, and assembling furniture for the Wellness Center and RCMP. They have also spent most of June 30th preparing for Canada Day. What a difference a year makes. The planners report roughly $6.7 million is in permitted construction in 2026. For the same time in 2025, there was $13 million in construction. In the upcoming staff-led meeting, we will discuss next steps in the municipal plan zoning bylaw process to get that back on track. There seems to be more construction in Shamcook and Bayside than St. Andrews. In conclusion, with the new council all set and the budget process right around the corner, citizens should reach out personally or through correspondence to let them know what your priorities and concerns are. We look forward to the ongoing stakeholder relationships as we work with your council to provide the initiatives and vision for the community. Respectfully submitted, Chris Spear, CAO.
Thank you very much, CAO Spear. I'm going to look for a motion to accept the staff reports. Councillor Heenan, seconded by Councillor Gumashell. Are there any questions or comments on the staff reports? Yes, Councillor Weir.
Yes, I noticed you mentioned the work on 127 from Clark Road in. It's the intent of DTI to do from Shamcook number 3 into Ghost Road later this summer, fall. So that road will be done entirely from Walweg in.
That's good. I actually hadn't heard that, so that's good. I figured they did the first half of that, we wouldn't see them for another 10 years. So thank you, the Department of Transportation.
Thank you very much, Councillor Weir. Any other comments on the staff reports? If not, we'll call the question. All those in favor of accepting? Aye. Nobody's opposed. It's unanimous. So we move on to the introduction, consideration, and passing of bylaws. And I'm going to ask perhaps Councillor Heenan, would you mind reading this? On page 53?
Thank you, Your Worship, Council, members of the public. Reference number FA 260734, election and appointment of deputy mayor 2026. Regarding the election of a deputy mayor, bylaw 23-06 procedural bylaw states 5.1, council shall, at its first meeting and any subsequent time the position of deputy mayor is vacant, elect a councillor as deputy mayor for the term of council. 5.11, councillors may be nominated or self-nominated for the position of deputy mayor. 5.1.2, a majority vote of the whole council will determine the newly appointed deputy mayor. 5.2, any councillor may refuse to be nominated as deputy mayor. Background is following the election of a deputy mayor, council should confirm the appointment by motion. Mayor Neal may proceed with the nomination process for deputy mayor. Open the floor for nominations for deputy mayor. No, nomination does not require a seconder. Close the floor for nomination prior to voting. Suggested, ask for nominations at least 3 times prior to choosing. Votes shall take place in an order of nomination. All votes cast must be shown by hands. So the action and the motion, Your Worship, is that the Council of the Town of St. Andrews confirms the election and appoints, I guess I can't go
Yeah,
that
that's right,
far.
Councillor Heenan. Maybe hold off on the motion till the
Thank you.
election.
Sure. Thank you, Councillor Heenan. So at this point, I will open the floor for nominations, and this will be the first call for nominations. Councillor Gumichel.
Thank you, Your Worship. It is my great honor and privilege to nominate Councillor Annette Harland for the position of Deputy Mayor. I've been sitting here, I think, the longest of anybody, and I certainly, there's a lot of leadership at this table. A lot of people could fill that position and do a great job. However, I think that Councillor Harland is ideally situated to work with staff. She has a little bit of wiggle room in her schedule, and that's one thing that the deputy mayor has to be available to go down to town hall at different times. And for that and a multitude of reasons, I think it's no secret that I'm a big fan. So I think that Councillor Harland would be a great deputy mayor for the town of St. Andrews. Thank you, Your Worship.
Thank you very much. Councillor Gumichel. Councillor Harland, will you accept that nomination?
Thank you, Councillor Gumichel. I with pleasure, accept that nomination.
Great. I will call a second time. Are there any other nominations from the floor? I will call a third time if there are any nominations from the floor. Seeing none. I guess we can go through the motion of voting, but so all those in favor then of Councillor Annette Harland as Deputy Mayor? That is unanimous. Congratulations, Councillor Harland. Would we like to go back and read the motion now?
I will read the motion with pleasure. Motion that the Council for the Town of St. Andrews confirm the election of the appoint Councillor Annette Harland as Deputy Mayor of the Town of St. Andrews for the duration of the 2026 to 2030 term with all the rights and responsibilities associated, and it gives me pleasure to move this, Your Worship.
Can I have a seconder, please? Councillor Bartlett. Any discussion? Seeing none, I will call the question. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. That is everyone. Perfect. Congratulations. Councillor Heenan, do you mind
Tall, Your
continuing with that second one?
Reference number FA 260735, designation of signing authority, Council 2026. Upon a change in signing officers for the town, either through an election or change of an officer, council must make a resolution identifying all signing officers. Per the Local Governments Act, Section 77(1), the mayor or designate and treasurer or designate must jointly sign any bank documentation, including all checks and payment authorizations. Additionally, per the Local Governments Act, Section 4(3), the mayor or deputy mayor and the clerk or deputy clerk must jointly sign any contracts, deeds, or official documents of correspondence. And the first motion, payment and banking authorization. Be it resolved that the accounts in the name of the town of St. Andrews, hereinafter called the corporation, be kept at the Bank of Nova Scotia, thereinafter called the bank, and the mayor or deputy mayor, together with CAO or treasurer, are hereby authorized for and in the name of the corporation to sign, make, draw, accept, endorse, and deliver checks, promissory notes, bills of exchange, orders for payment of money, and such agreements and instrument as may be necessary for the useful in connection with the operation of said accounts. That any one of the above-mentioned officers is hereby authorized for and in the name of the corporation to endorse the transfer to the bank for deposit or discount with or collection by the bank, but for the credits of the corporation only, checks, promissory notes, bills of exchange, orders for payment of money, and other instruments to arrange, settle, balance, and certify all books and accounts with the bank, and to sign receipts and vouchers. That a signature card for all accounts of the corporation shall be signed by the above-mentioned officers, filed with the bank, and shall be in the following form. Mr. Mayor Steve Neal, or Annette Harlan, Deputy Mayor, and Chris Spear, CAO, or Navia Palmer, Treasurer, and I so move.
Thank you, Councillor Heenan. We have a seconder for that motion, Councillor Gumashell. Any discussion, questions, council? Not. All those in favor?
Aye.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Second motion, please, Councillor
Motion
Heenan.
2, thank you, Your Worship. Be it resolved that the clerk or deputy clerk be authorized to sign with the mayor or deputy mayor and affix the corporate seal to all deeds, contracts, and official documents of the town of St. Andrews, or that the corporation of the town of St. Andrews may be party to, which are not prescribed by bylaw, statute, or reestablished practices to be signed by some other officer. I so move this, of course, Your Worship.
Thank you, Councillor Heenan. We have a seconder for this motion. Councillor Masson. Any discussion or questions, council? Seeing none, I will call the motion. All those in favor? That is unanimous, and that is passed. Thank you very much, Councillor Heenan. So that is the end of our motions for this evening. I don't believe there's any new business. Mr. McKinnon, which takes us to question period. Do we have any questions? There's nothing online, is there? No. So I will open it up to the gallery. Any questions pertaining to tonight's agenda? Seeing none. That takes us to Councillor and Deputy Mayor's comments. Councillor Heenan.
Yes, Your Worship. I would be remiss in not mentioning one more time Kate Akagi. I think this town has lost a great person, and I'm glad to see her on the wall behind us, and I just really feel very honored that I get to sit in front of her. So I just want to say a big thank you to Kate for all that she did and helped us. Thank you very much.
Pretty sure she's going to be watching over us for the next 4 years, yeah.
Thank you.
Any other counselors? Deputy Mayor?
Not tonight.
Takes us to the mayor's comments. And again, I'm just going to reiterate what I said over there. Council, I really am looking forward to working with everybody. I think we have a very strong, diverse team here, and I'm looking forward to a very productive 4 years. So again, thank you very much, guys, and gals, for putting your names forward, and congratulations on being elected. That is it. So I will ask for, there is no closed session, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn. Councillor Gumashell, seconded by Councillor Weir. All those in favor? Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you very much, council.